Guys. So here we are. We're now out of the tournament, so we're going to start casting for Dark Age Cup. Uh, just, to see how it is. We are going to be casting today Bwiz versus Ismail. Uh, and we'll see how it goes. So, let's see over here. They're playing their second game right now on Hideout. Uh, First game obviously was Arabia. I didn't make it in time to see that, but Bwiz has said he'll send me the recording so I can grab that afterwards. Uh, Hideout games are always going to start the same. Uh, it's usually just booming for a little while. Um, it looks like maybe he tried to scout with some of his water buffalo, Ismail. Uh, So far, absolutely nothing is happening. So I'm actually going to speed it up just a little bit. Um, I wish Bwiz had pushed this lumber camp just a little bit forward to be against the tree line. Okay, never mind. There was a tree there. Okay. In that case, I wish he'd put it like maybe down here or somewhere closer to the tree line. I just don't like that position. It looks like he might have attacked one of the walls here, to scare Ismail. Either way, his scout is now trying to chase the other one. Managed not to lose any vills against the... Oh, no, never mind, I spoke too soon. So, Ismail lost a vill to his rhino. It does not look like Bwiz has. Yeah, not too much going on right now. Neither has decided to pull their deer. Or maybe... Oh, Ismail's going to try to pull his deer. Okay. He is housed, though. He's using one of his oxen to keep the gate open. He could just delete a couple of gates, but I can understand why he would want to do that. But now he's immediately moving his oxen out. So I don't know if it's entirely worth it to have just moved the one deer in, especially given how much of his attention it's taking. And the fact that he hasn't actually... Okay, so he's just using his berry vills. I can't really get behind that move. Is he going to try to do it again? Yeah, he's going to try to bring in another one of his deer, but he doesn't seem too good at it, so yeah, he's just abandoning it. That's probably the best move, honestly, at this point. See, I like this this lumber camp much better than this one. Much, much better. Okay, 3 on gold. Pretty decent. It looks like they're... Well, at least Bwiz is going for some sort of fast castle. I don't know if I can say the same for Ismail. He's got no one on gold yet. Then again, he is a couple of vills behind, I believe. No, actually, Ismail has 2 more vills. Bwiz has gone to feudal, but I don't really see him doing too much of that yet. It doesn't look like he has the gold or the food. Hey, what's up, Kevs? Yeah, I figured since I'm out of the tournament, I'd try some casting. He's gonna mill his deer out here, and he's sending he's sending 7 vills for his 4 deer. You can make your own. Okay, he's gonna take 2 of them at once. Okay, he's going for speed. What are the civs here anyway? We got Vikings versus Bulgarians. And we've got now a stable from Ismail. Ismail? I don't really know how to pronounce it, but B-Wiz's scout is just going to sit here doing nothing. That's okay. Well, at the very least, his 7 vills are, I guess, getting the deer quickly. I would argue that he can probably do more with those vills elsewhere, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, he's got some archers. I didn't even see those being made. So he's going to attempt some feudal pressure while he's going to castle. Oh, and this could be bad. This could be really bad. Oh, yeah, that was really, really bad for Ismail. He just lost 3 vills, probably more. Let's see, is B-Wiz grabbing crossbow? B-Wiz has not grabbed crossbow yet. And he hasn't made any other extra archers. Oh, I'm sorry, it was Ismail that made it to Castle Age. Which would explain why B-Wiz does not have any crossbowmen. First time caster, noob caster here. So we got a couple of knights for Ismail. Looks like they're going to chase after the archers. So B-Wiz has grabbed forging for some reason. I don't see a stable, and I only see 1 barracks. Okay, there's crossbow for B-Wiz. We've got Krepost for Ismail, as well as an extra TC being built. A couple of vills lost to these knights over here. It's not a big deal, I don't think, right now. He's got crossbows, and now he's bringing out some pikemen. So honestly, I don't think these 2 knights will do a whole lot of damage. Do we have any? We don't have any other knights queued up for Ismail. Oh, hang on. We do have some conics though, as well as some Ford vills. He doesn't have enough stone to castle, so I wonder if he's going to drop a Krepost, or maybe just build some Ford stables. Looks like he might have his conics set to guarding. Okay, so he's going to drop a Ford Krepost. But are these conics going to be enough to take care of the pikes and crossbows? They are definitely not. B-Wiz is going to clean this up no problem. And he's probably going to keep this Krepost from going up. Unfortunately, the doubt mod does not work on Kreposts, but that is definitely a doubt Krepost. Those villas are going to get cleaned up no problem. The 2 knights are going to come back, but it's not going to do anything. He's sending more villagers. I can't agree with that. I really can't agree with that move. You can already see he's got a large army. He's dropping a castle there, though honestly he needs more villagers on that. Okay, there he goes. He's bringing some villagers in. I am playing this on fast in order to try to catch up with them, so everything does appear to be moving faster than it actually is. But yeah, he's just going to lose all of these villagers that he sent out. If Ismail was going to make another move, I would probably say send them over this way. I've seen no plays for the relics just yet, but we do have some siege, and now we have berserkers for B-Wiz. I don't see him researching any other technologies. And Ismail is going to have to be careful because he's going to get housed pretty soon. He's just making Kreposts around. I guess he's going to try to another town center. I guess he's just going to try to boom now. He wasted a lot of resources on that initial conic rush to try to get that Krepost up in this area over here. But as you can see, B-Wiz has entirely stabilized that, and he's now going to launch forward with this big-ass army. he's just going to destroy anything that Ismail has, because Ismail doesn't have any military. Um, he's made 0 military. He's got a couple of Kreposts. Looks like he's got a couple of Mangonels here, so Biwiz is going to have to be careful of that. But his Berserkers should be able to take care of that, no problem. Yep, he's going to stop this TC from going up. I expect Ismail's probably going to... Yep, okay, he's got a couple of Conics. They aren't going to do anything. Now, if Biwiz isn't careful, he could lose his entire army to these Mangonels. Okay. Oh, that was a big hit. That was devastating. He is going to clean up the Mangonels with his Berserkers, but that wiped out his entire army of crossbowmen. That was a massive hit, and definitely is going to help out Ismail quite a bit. He does lose all of his siege, and if he's not careful, he's going to lose more to this Krepos. But as you can see, Biwiz is just constantly producing military units. And as I said before, Ismail is now housed. He is going to probably clean up most of this. We've got one low health Berserker and a couple of low health Rams, but the rest of Biwiz's army has now arrived. With the score difference, I'd probably call it GG at this point. You see just Berserkers swarming in. Biwiz has enough to drop a castle if he wanted to. Ismail should probably put up a castle somewhere. Oh, and that's the GG. Okay. So yeah, that game went very well for Biwiz. Very, very well. He just not only did he out eco his opponent with 100 or with 94 vills to I believe 85, 77 vills. He produced military. I mean, that really is what it is. He just kept producing military, whereas Ismail didn't. He made a small Conic rush, but after that failed Krepos run, especially after he tried to send more vills at it, it just didn't work out for him. And yeah, we can see. I mean, he got destroyed on pretty much every level. Technology? Did he not research any technologies? Okay, he did, but not enough. So even though he got the faster castle time, it just didn't matter. Hey, no problem. Have you already finished your third game? I'm gonna look for it now. Oh, okay, you won the first one. Sorry. Could you send me the replay? I didn't actually get to cast your Arabia game. I can only imagine it was fairly good. Uh, Thank you very much. Yeah. So was I pretty close there on that game? He just didn't make military, so it made it pretty easy on you. Yeah. Well, on top of the fact that you just boomed harder than he did, uh, you just had more military. I mean, that's I don't know if you got lucky. Yeah, he was sending out those vills at exactly the wrong time, but exactly the right time for you. Uh, I would say you're luckier that you got out of there before his knights showed up, because those two knights, while they didn't ultimately make much of a difference, they definitely would have picked off those 6 archers. uh, Hopefully, there's another game going sometime soon, um, and I can throw up that because I've only been on for 14 minutes. Um, but once you send me that, I'll play that replay at normal speed and get maybe another 30 minutes off of it. How long was your Arabia game? Okay. Tournament recordings. There we go. All right. Let me just open up my files, get it in there. Games, Age of Empires. Okay. Oh boy. This might take a second, folks. Yeah, 30 or 40 minutes sounds about right. It looked like you beat him pretty badly on Hideout. Um, was it a similar kind of game or not as quick? Oh, yeah, that might be a problem. I don't know that Bulgaria is necessarily the choice to pick on Hideout anyway. Um, yeah, yeah, um, yeah. I don't know if that was the right move, especially since you already knew his Civ. Did you change yours after that, or because you went Vikings, uh, at least in the game that we saw? Yeah, okay, fair enough. Um, I am trying to download your game, but it is just not happening. Um, saves and replays. Okay, there we go. I got it finally. Sorry about the wait, folks. So very shortly we're gonna go and do this second game. Before we do that, I have to once again show off my fantastic new intro that my wonderful wife made me for my stream. That'll take about 5 seconds, so please enjoy. All right, now that that's done, I fucking love that sound. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start with the first game in the 2 round match between Bwiz and Ismail. So this is the Arabia game. Uh, we've got Bwiz here in the blue and Ismail here in the red. Uh, they're both going with so far. Uh, okay, I would say this is definitely rather lucky for Bwiz. He's got both of his sheep, two of his sheep next to both of his boar, and his other sheep are relatively nearby. Same here with Ismail. Why don't I get map gens like this? I will say though that Ismail's map gen here is not easily wallable. He's got a lot of open space in between these two uh, groups of trees, whereas Bwiz seems to have a rather easily wallable map here. Um, as well as both stones being behind his base and a large gold deposit there. So I definitely like Bwiz. I definitely like your map a lot better. Let's see if Goths can manage anything on this map. I can only imagine he's going to try to get to Imperial as fast as possible and just flood you with infantry. Um, but we'll see if he can get that far. So I wasn't looking, but I would say that that sheep pull, I'd maybe make sure next time to have it actually under your TC. Um, what's your scouting look like so far? Okay. Um, so from what I understand, you've already grabbed all of your sheep. Ismail also, I believe, has. Yeah, he's also grabbed all of his sheep. Uh, so we're on nice even footing here. No laming, which is, nice. Ismail has not actually pulled in 2 of his sheep that he did find, though. Though he is luring the boar. So last game, I believe, or the second game in this series, I believe Ismail did lose 1 vill and almost lost a second to his boar pull. It does not appear he made that mistake in the first game. Bwiz, you seem to have gone for a straggler tree while you pull your boar. That's all fine and good. Though it is going to hurt your villager production. You probably could have just started taking that sheep. It is what it is. You also probably could have let the boar get a little bit closer under your TC, just so your villas don't have to walk that far. But again, it's little tiny things. Ismail is getting his berries, so are you. I don't like that these sheep are out here, especially with Red Scout coming in. Bwiz did move them, but not far enough. He can't lame you, I guess, but just, it's not always the best. This ring here is the Age of Mandala mod. It shows you the range of different town centers and stuff. Don't lose your scout to that TC. Okay, so we see Bwiz here going for some walls. That's all fine and good. He's still producing vills, getting his second boar. We're gonna probably see a similar situation pretty soon from Ismail. He has not yet sent anyone after his second boar. But is that because he hasn't found it yet? No, he's found his second boar. He just hasn't sent anybody to out to actually try to take it. Okay, here I think is the boar lure coming in. Meanwhile, Bwiz has already got his second boar. He's working on his second lumber camp. Maybe a quick garrison will take care of the enemy scout. He doesn't have any weak fills for that scout to take advantage of. But I also don't think he has loom yet. Yeah. As far as units go, Ismail is once again ahead in vills, which is weird. He was ahead in vills in the other game as well. I don't like this ostrich pull. That's much too far away from his mill there. I guess he's going for the extra food, but oh, are we about to see a drush from from Ismail? We are. We're seeing a drush from Ismail. He's also sending in. He's got another one queued up, but he's not being super effective with it. This isn't going to do anything. That single militiaman is going to do more than all 3 of these militiamen combined, and he's going to just get pegged down by the vills. We're not seeing anyone go to feudal yet, though Bwiz is getting closer. I guess he's preventing Bwiz from getting on gold. Oh, nope, not anymore. He's just going to wander off to the side. What he needs to do is try to get at these wood lines. Bwiz is being really smart with his little house walls here, though he does have several idle vills. A lot of idle vills. I don't have the capture age mod, but yeah, that's a lot of idle time. That's continuing to go. He's walled in his vills here, which is great. This drush isn't going to do too much against them. And he's going to peg down this militiaman over here. But I don't think he's going to be able to get anyone on gold, even with these fancy little house walls. I mean, even with those, he's still not on gold. I guess he can... This is a little messy with the Drush right here. But Bwiz is 70% of the way to feudal. His villagers in his TC are going to take care of these militiamen. And I don't know where he's going to send these 8 vills. Let's see. I would probably at least try to finish up your walls here, here. And he's got someone trying to do walls here, but he's got this one villa is going to have to watch out for these 3 militia that are coming towards him. He's still got idle vills from building his various walls. And he has yet to make a military building, I think. Oh, okay, here's a barracks from him. I wonder if he's going to go immediately into an archery range, or maybe... Oh no, he's scouts, so he's Magyar, so he's definitely going to go into scouts. The question is, how effective will it be when he only has 60 food? He's also got 1 farm that's currently not manned. Okay, so he's got some guys, some of his villas taking in food from that ostrich, which is going to give him exactly enough for 1 scout. Meanwhile, we've got Ismail, who is getting men-at-arms for the 3 militiamen, and he's also not queuing up. Okay, so he does have some militia coming forward from a second barracks. As far as scouting goes, we've got I'd say a decent amount more from Ismail, but it might not matter honestly if Bwiz can get enough scouts out, because Ismail has not walled at all. We've got roughly even vills despite the Drush here. He is probably going to lose. Yeah, he's going to lose at least this 1 vill. And Ismail's man-at-arms are... Yeah, yeah. It was. It's definitely been a little messy. You've got a lot of idle vill time. I didn't see. Did you get the double bit axe and horse collar and such? So far, his Drush hasn't been super effective. He did manage to take out your scout, but you've got these 3. Honestly, if you can get these 3 scouts, they should be able to take out this single spearman, and then you can hit the vills. See, now, the problem with scout, right, is you kind of have to patrol them in, because if you have them do single target, they're going to attack that single target. And a spearman can just come in and poke them while you're attacking his vills. He is sending his man-at-arms back though for some reason. He's got several spearmen, and he's taking care of your scouts. Yeah, so he just completely wasted all of this time with his 5 men-at-arms. However, you are getting to the point where... I'm talking to Bwiz in the chat for those of you that don't know. Bwiz is getting to the point where he is almost fully walled. And where he isn't fully walled, he's being covered by a tower and a TC. But again, all of these idle vills, man. Like, all this idle villager shit is, like, definitely hurting you. You've got 2 vills total on gold. I don't know if that's intentional, but you're definitely about to lose at least one of those 2. I can see you're building an archery range, so that'll hopefully take care of the men-at-arms. Yeah, so just like that, you've lost half of your gold production. And you've got a lot on wood, which is fine if you're going archers. I can see you making a range right there. But again, now he's going to get into your wood line. Okay, you're going to quick wall it, but he's still harassing you, I guess is my point. Okay, you're starting to send a few more vills to gold. That's good. What's he doing down here? He's got some on wood. That many on wood, honestly, with Goths, I don't know is super necessary. He's got just as much idle vill problems as you do. But he's also stopped producing military. Neither of you is on your way to castle. I mean, you're gonna mop up his men-at-arms here, but I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so you've got some archers. I don't know if archers is necessarily the play as Magyars. But I would suggest at least grabbing fletching if you haven't already. I can't see whether or not you have, but that's definitely. And the other problem is, so your TC point is all on this one gold, so you're gonna get a lot of build up here when you could be, changing it around. This gold is still viable too, especially now that you have archers to defend yourself. Ismail continues to not produce military. He's making some archers now. Which again, he's Goths. He's got 8 villagers on stone as he's on his way up to Castle Age, roughly the same Castle Age times. We've got bloodlines and some armor coming in for Bwiz, as well as it looks like some infantry armor for Ismail. I don't know. This is definitely a very messy game to start with. Oh my, yeah. He needs like a mill like here-ish, right where his spearman is standing, just so he can be a little bit more efficient with his farms. He doesn't have any farms around his actual mill. As far as Bwiz goes, though, he's definitely a little bit more efficient with the farms, though not so with the walling. Alright, so we've got both of them in Castle Age. Let's see what this goes. We've got 2 stables, and Bwiz is going to start producing some knights. It looks like Ismail is going to continue producing not archers. Definitely not archers. What's he going to produce? He's going for a second TC. Maybe he's going to do a third TC. Now he's trying to wall. So he's got some archers and pikemen. Meanwhile, Bwiz has some knights and archers. The archers are going to clean up the pikemen, and the knights are going to clean up the archers. That's... Oh yeah, no. Trust me. I don't hold it against you that you were trying to. I can especially see you were trying to lead them in towards your town center. It is, it is definitely a way to do it. I guess at this point it doesn't really matter if you're full walled or not. Especially because you're just going to clean up whatever he has over here. So he's going for a second TC. He's still got, 8 villas on stone. And he's going to eventually have enough for a castle, but now you're into his eco. He's run the town bell. I personally don't like ringing the town bell. It stalls your entire economy. Everything south of here, he didn't even need to touch. But now because you rang the town bell, his entire economy is stalled out. Meanwhile, yours is chugging away. You've got plenty of gold, or sorry, never mind, that's him. You're still producing knights, you're still producing plenty of vills. 4 might be a little bit too many stacked up in your TC. I would argue that you could probably produce another knight or 2 with those. But at this point, it looks like you're really just being limited by your gold, not necessarily your food. So you've got plenty of knights. Your crossbowmen will take care of these little pikemen. And now you're in. He is going to put up get this castle up, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. He's probably going to ring the town bell again, but as long as you can keep out of the castle's range. Oh no! See, you didn't need to run away like that. You could have dove in over here, taken care of all these farmers, even gotten back here onto his gold. I mean, I get you're playing it safe, but you definitely didn't have to do that. Your knights probably would have survived that, especially if you've got with the armor that you've got on them. They could have survived a quick dive under the castle. It looks like Ismail He's gonna make Huskarls. He's got 7 idle vills over here. Yeah, I mean, he's got 1 left on stone. Okay, he's finally starting up with these. Yeah, his couple of Huskarls aren't going to do anything against your knights. They are going to clean up your archers though, which is kind of a concern with all with the pikemen that he's producing. Again, I think you could probably take that fight. I get not wanting to lose your knights. What do you have in here? Is that rams or yeah, you got rams. All right, well. A couple more crossbows coming in. They should be enough to clear up the pikemen. You got more being produced. Stalled out on knights. You probably... Yeah, at this point, I would at least throw some farms around this TC. You've got 19 on food. It is what it is. So again, these archers are going to clean up the infantry. I would just have your knights fight at this point. You might lose a couple, but you're going to win this engagement. Yep. Now go forward with your battering rams and all of your knights, and this game's over. And I'm not just saying that because I know you in advance, but you have plenty of resources, a big enough army. You don't have to sit here with it though. Again, you've got 13 knights. His gold's exposed. I wouldn't say necessarily this is all exposed, but he's got a decent amount of farming exposed. This wood line back here. You could definitely be doing more than just kind of sitting back with these knights. I'd at least be raiding with some of them. He's going to keep trying to produce pikemen. Ismail, let's see what he's got. He's got pikemen from both barracks. He probably needs more of them, to be honest. But he is producing more and more villagers. He's got a 4 vill lead on you. It's a big deal. You've got a 20 military lead on him. You better be careful though. So Bwiz is getting close to being housed. Also, I would argue for putting a like a gather point here from your from various archery ranges and stables and such. That way you don't just have your troops bunching up right there. This castle you could probably do a lot closer. You could probably put that here and you should still go up. There we go, diving in with the knights, preventing this castle from happening. Yeah, his TC's not doing any damage to you. It's whatever at that point. You entirely stopped his castle. I'm gonna take down this Huskarl, hopefully. Yep. Yeah, take down his military buildings, or better yet, his castle and TC. Again, you're retreating with your knights, though. If you just dive into his gold here, that's going to give you a much better result. I don't know. You can, yeah, you saw that. Yeah, you can see his gold here. You let him get this castle up. That's fine. You've got rams. Okay, so instead of doing the gather point, you've created another stable here. That's fine. Going with the Magyar Hussars, again, totally fine if you're going to do raiding. However, it does look like Bwiz has stopped producing villagers at the moment, despite having hundreds of food, while Ismail is just producing too many vills. He could be using the stone or the food from the 20 vills that he's got queued up in order to actually make something. Yeah, he's trying to make a little mini base over here. I would say maybe making a TC here would be better, just because now all of these villas are defenseless. If you find them, he's doomed. He's going to clean up your archers with this castle, though. But the castle is eventually going to go down. The Magyar Hussars are coming in. They're great at raiding. And again, Ismail's got 19 vills queued up in his various town centers, but he could be using all of that to make infantry. You know, spearmen or pikemen. Oh yeah, it's definitely GG. In pretty much every. I mean, he's fighting lions over here. You know, he's got this little mini base, but Ismail's, I would say, done at this point. He's about to lose this TC, but I would say BWiz, you're focused on the wrong thing. You've got knights attacking houses when he's still got plenty of villagers open. You're really opening yourself up here to the Goth spam. He's just completed 3 barracks that he's going to pump out pikemen from. So while you are going to kill a lot of vills, I mean, you're so cavalry dense, these pikemen could clean you up if he actually chose to use them. Not to mention his castle right here. But his entire eco's stalled out. I mean, there's not much he can do about it. Let's go to BWiz's point of view. Yeah, he's got the second castle. See, this is where you should have put your first castle, BWiz. He couldn't have stopped you even if you had done it, and it probably would have prevented this castle from going up. Would have saved you a bunch of knights. This TC will survive, and this Hussar will die. You've got a knight attacking a farm here. More knights gathered, attacking his market. I mean, that's fine and all, but you're just allowing him to gather up an army of pikemen. He's still got all of his villas on gold. His little mini base, I hate this little mini base. Again, it would have been fine if he'd had like a TC or something, or if he'd tried to wall it, but this is just begging to be raided. He's, I guess, trying to build out into the center for some reason. I don't know. It's not Golden Pit or Gold Rush, so building out into the middle doesn't really do too much for him. Now he's I wonder where he's probably, I guess, going over here with all of those vills. He's got 1 pikeman to defend them. See, that's where you should that's what you should have, is maybe some scouts or hussars just running around the map. He's gonna try to build a TC here on the wood. Again, I think at this point there's okay. Well, he's got a good deal of pikemen. BWiz, I think you could have won a while ago, to be honest. If you dove in and attacked his resources as opposed to just his buildings, I honestly think you could have won a very long time ago. You've got knights just standing still here that could be attacking here. He's gonna bring his pikemen under your castle, and by doing that, he's gonna take out these knights. And maybe some of your rams. Nope, not your rams. But I mean, they're not going to do much to your building. I'll get that fog of war off. So he set up another little tiny mini base. But I mean, there's no reason you're not raiding him. He's got 2 on stone over here. 1 on stone over here. Does he have enough for another castle? He does not, but he has enough gold to buy another castle if he wanted to. What Ismail is really lacking is food. He's got plenty of wood, but look at all of these villas on wood that he can easily transform into farmers. I think the only food production he has are these 7 villagers. Okay, no, he's got another 3 over here. Again, launching your knights at these pikemen, maybe not the best idea, BWiz. But at this point, you know, you're getting murder holes. I'd use these knights to dive in and take out his rams. And other than that, you're fine. As soon as murder holes comes in, it'll clear up. Yep, he's gonna clear up these pikemen. You're taking some of his gold. And there's nothing he can do about it. He's lost all of his units. He's not producing more military. He's got some rams coming out, but in the end, these knights are going to clean him up. Okay, now he's queuing up some pikemen, but he just doesn't have the food. I mean, he's got his market's gone, but he could easily rebuild. He's got almost 2,000 food, and he's got the villagers to do it. Okay, he's rebuilt his market. Looks like he just... Where'd all of his... No, he rebuilt his market right here. But I just don't know what he spent all of his... Our market price is really that high right now? I don't have that mod. Either way, I mean, it doesn't look like much is going to happen. Niwiz has taken this. Again, he's attacking buildings, though, when you could be raiding the economy. You know, he's got all of these exposed villas in the back of his base. You've got 5 knights over here. All of your hussars are busy attacking houses. Okay, and he's calling the GG. I would argue that you could have been done a while ago if you'd just been launching some raids. But yeah, well played. And as you can see in the earlier part of this, or you can see the hideout game that they played next. So that is 2-0 to Bwiz, and he will be moving on to the round of 32 in Dark Age Cup. So well played, Bwiz. Yeah, hideout was much cleaner on your part. I agree. You swept him pretty hard. Yeah, and we can see that in just the score difference. You know, you beat him okay in technology. You definitely whooped his ass in military and in economy. I mean, it speaks for itself. Um, yeah, he just didn't produce enough military. Uh, yeah. Again, uh, you did well enough. I think you just needed to hit his eco harder. You wish he destroyed more of your buildings. Uh, I mean, it wasn't that bad. This is a bit of a mess. But the rest of your base was fine, and you ended up moving forward a bunch of your military buildings, which is fine. Uh, but again, just setting the rally point for your troops so that they're not just sitting back in this area in your base will make your military attacks much faster. Um, and he wasn't really launching any offensives at you, so that's fine. A little bit more scouting probably would have done you well, because I don't think you even saw all of the crap he put over here. And if you had gone into here, he would have been done. That would have been it. But yeah, so that's my first casting job. I know I'm not fantastic at it, but I'm gonna try to get better casting for a few other games in Dark Age Cup. Uh, if anyone oh, thank you. If anyone wants their games casted, just hit me up on the Discord, and I'm gonna call it a night. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you around. I'm gonna play my intro one more time just because I like it. All right, see you around.